Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm thrilled to have you here. Our topic for today is truly exciting. We're going to dive into the realm of romance and passion as we explore the top 5 greatest love stories of all time in history and literature. Prepare to be moved by these timeless tales of love that have touched hearts across generations. Let's get started. Here are some of the most celebrated love stories in history and literature. 5. Napoleon and Josephine. Napoleon Bonaparte and Josephine's love story is one of the most famous in history. Their relationship was a tumultuous one, marked by passion, power, infidelity, and ultimately, enduring love. Napoleon was completely smitten with Josephine from the beginning. However, Josephine, a widow 6 years his senior, was initially not as enthusiastic. Despite having affairs on both sides, a deep attachment grew between them. Napoleon's letters to Josephine were filled with passionate expressions of his love for her. However, their relationship was not without its challenges. As Napoleon rose to power, his focus on creating an heir led to their divorce, as Josephine was unable to bear him a child. Despite this, Napoleon's love for Josephine endured. Even on his deathbed, it is said that Napoleon's last words were about Josephine, indicating the depth of his affection for her. Their love story, though fraught with complications, is a testament to the enduring nature of love amidst the trials of life in the pursuit of power. 4. Edward VIII and Wallis Simpson. The love story of Edward VIII and Wallis Simpson is one of the most famous in British history, mainly because it led to a constitutional crisis. Edward VIII was the king of the United Kingdom, but his reign lasted less than a year. He fell in love with Wallis Simpson, an American woman who had been married twice before. Their relationship was controversial, not only because of Wallis's status as a divorcee, but also because it was seen as a potential conflict with Edward's role as the head of the Church of England, which at the time did not allow remarriage after divorce if the former spouse was still alive. Despite the disapproval of the British government and the public, Edward was determined to marry Wallis. He was faced with a choice between the throne and his love for Wallis, and he chose the latter. In December 1936, he abdicated the throne, stating that he could not carry out his duties as king without the help and support of the woman I love. After his abdication, Edward was given the title of Duke of Windsor, and he and Wallis were married in France in 1937. They remained married until his death in 1972. Their love story, while controversial, is often seen as a testament to the power of love over duty and tradition. 3. Lancelot and Guinevere. The love story of Lancelot and Guinevere is a well-known tale from Arthurian legend. Lancelot was one of King Arthur's Knights of the Round Table, known for his bravery and skill in battle. Guinevere, on the other hand, was King Arthur's wife and the Queen of Camelot. Lancelot and Guinevere's love story is often portrayed as a forbidden and tragic romance. Despite Guinevere's marriage to King Arthur, she and Lancelot developed a deep and passionate love for each other. Their love was kept secret for a long time, but eventually rumors began to spread. The affair between Lancelot and Guinevere caused turmoil and conflict within the kingdom of Camelot. It led to the downfall of King Arthur's reign and the eventual disintegration of the Knights of the Round Table. The affair also contributed to the downfall of Camelot itself. The love between Lancelot and Guinevere is often depicted as a complex and tragic love story, filled with passion, loyalty, and betrayal. It explores the themes of forbidden love, duty, and the consequences of actions. 2. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. The love story of Cleopatra and Mark Antony is a legendary tale of passion, power, and tragedy. Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt, and Mark Antony, a Roman general and one of the triumvirs of Rome, met during a time of political turmoil and quickly fell in love. Their relationship was not only romantic, but also politically strategic. Cleopatra saw an alliance with Mark Antony as a way to secure her power in Egypt and protect her kingdom from Roman influence. Mark Antony, on the other hand, was captivated by Cleopatra's beauty, intelligence, and charisma. Their love affair was marked by grand gestures and lavish displays of wealth and power. They formed a formidable couple both on the battlefield and in their personal lives. However, their relationship faced opposition from Rome and its leaders, particularly Octavian, who saw Antony's involvement with Cleopatra as a threat to Rome's stability. Eventually, their love story took a tragic turn. In the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, Antony and Cleopatra were defeated by Octavian's forces. Believing that Cleopatra had died, Antony took his own life. When Cleopatra learned of Antony's death, she too decided to end her life, reportedly by allowing herself to be bitten by an asp, a venomous snake. The love story of Cleopatra and Mark Antony has captivated people for centuries, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and drama. Their passionate and ill-fated romance continues to be a symbol of love, power and tragedy. 1. Romeo and Juliet. The love story of Romeo and Juliet is one of the most famous and tragic tales in literature. It was written by William Shakespeare early in his career and has since become one of his most well-known plays. Set in Verona, Italy, Romeo and Juliet tells the story of two young lovers from feuding families, the Montagues and the Capulets. Despite the ongoing conflict between their families, Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet fall deeply in love at first sight. Their love is passionate and intense, and they're willing to risk everything to be together. They secretly marry with the help of Friar Lawrence, hoping that their union will bring an end to the feud between their families. However, their plans are disrupted by a series of unfortunate events and misunderstandings. Tragedy befalls the young couple when Romeo mistakenly believes Juliet is dead and takes his own life. Upon waking to find Romeo dead, Juliet also takes her own life. The tragic ending of their love story serves as a reminder of the destructive power of hatred and the consequences of impulsive actions. The story of Romeo and Juliet explores themes of love, fate, and the clash between personal desires and societal expectations. It has been adapted into numerous plays, movies, and other forms of art, making it a timeless and enduring tale of love and tragedy. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the top 5 love stories of all time. It was a pleasure sharing these incredible tales with you. Love stories have a way of capturing our hearts and reminding us of the power of love in our lives. If you have any more topics or questions in mind, feel free to let me know. Until next time, take care and keep spreading the love. If you like the content I'm providing, please feel free to subscribe for more updates and information. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching.